between the hurt that keeps on hurting and the love that you left burning is the fire my heart deserted long before.
Now that is a great way to start this Friday morning. Known for her near cosmic voice, that is Chicago-born artist Alicia Walter with her song Between the Hurt off of her new album Right Noise. This album was made in only 3 days and recorded almost entirely live. Walter now lives in New York but is back here in Chicago for her album release happening this weekend. So Alicia, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, being a friend of the stream. Let's talk about this new album, Right Noise. What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so when I was finishing my first record, I Am Alicia, is really an exploration of pop music and how I write songs as Alicia Walter. The last song on that record is called I Am, and it's just me sitting at the piano. And it was really an arrival point for me in realizing I wanted the next album to be me at the piano singing songs. I wanted the songs to exist the same way solo at the piano as they would with a band.
I love that. So, of course, this sounds like the natural evolution of you as an artist, but you actually started with the piano. The piano, it sounds like, was your first instrument that you learned. So how do you see, I guess, that evolution of you as an artist, but you doing this album with the first instrument that you ever learned?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I think as artists and musicians, you're always expanding your horizons. You're looking to go outside what you already know. And then often that's like the hero's journey out, right? And then there's the return home at the end. And that's really where I feel like I'm at as a songwriter with this record. It's really, it's me coming into my own.
And you, I don't know if you purposely quoted Jeffrey Campbell there with the hero's journey, but I love the kind of back and forth. That's a beautiful thing. The ways in which this album was recorded were pretty unconventional. It would be considered old school to record it all live. So can you walk us through the process of doing that? Does it put more pressure on you as an artist to just kind of nail the live version?
Yeah, it sure does. And that was really what I wanted to embrace about making this record. I wanted the album to be about capturing live music in a room. And the way that we did this is a very old school way. I made this record with my friend Chris Schlarb, who produced it. He has a studio in Long Beach, California, called Big Ego, and he's built up this amazing wrecking crew of musicians. So for this album, I was sending Chris demos of piano and voice. He split the songs up into 2 different bands over 2 different days. And I essentially walked in, met everyone, and within 30 minutes, we were cutting the title track, Right Noise. So it was essentially like figure out the arrangement first time through the song, and then second time through, hit record, do a few takes, and pick the best take.
That is wild. 30 minutes with some people that you'd never even met before. Were you like physically nervous, or are you so in your artist element and your flow that it just comes naturally?
I was very in the zone. I was well prepared. I had actually done an artist residency for about 5 weeks leading up to the session. So I had really rehearsed, and I knew, you know, I was coming in as prepared as I could be. But of course, yeah, there were a lot of variables. I had never made a record this way. So for me to be, you know, sitting at the piano, singing the songs live with the band, it was a new endeavor and so rewarding. It was really, you get to live in the artist's dream world, really. You know, you're watching the song come to life for the first time as it's being recorded, you know, so that magic gets kind of baked in there.
And speaking of community, you're going to be surrounded by folks this weekend doing this album release party here in Chicago. So what can people expect from that?
Yeah, they can expect a great show. I am so lucky to be playing with some Chicago music all-stars. I've got a 6-piece band. My soon-to-be sister-in-law is actually a violinist with the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra in New Orleans. And she's going to be sitting in on a couple songs. So the band is stellar. I cannot wait to play these songs with them. We've also got 2 brilliant Chicago artists, Carlisle and Seema Cunningham of the band Phenome, who are also playing their own music. So it's going to be a great night for local music. So yeah, come on out.
Come on out. That's your. Those are the marching orders for the people of Chicago. One really quick last question: where does the name Right Noise come from?
Ooh, that's maybe a bigger question, but Right Noise is about, am I being true to myself? Am I listening to myself, and am I speaking my own truth?
That's a beautiful thing. Alicia Walter, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Congratulations on your second album. Again, it's called Right Noise. It's out right now, and you can catch out Alicia's album release show this Sunday, July 14th at Sleeping Village in Avondale. Tickets are still on sale and doors open at 6. Have a great time, Alicia.
Thank you, Jackie.
Yes, no problem.